and or maybe live on Twitch, and probably soon gonna be live on YouTube. Maybe.
You might be having.
Go.
My Discord stream isn't loading. We might be having
what
technical issues. Hold on, let me.
Well, we're live.
Okay. I guess I don't really need to.
We're live with the DashBack.
Episode 29.
Number 29.
Welcome.
Very exciting. Finally, we had to delay it a little bit. But we're here. We're going to be talking about the community power rankings we did. We're going to be talking about Superfusion. We're going to be talking about a new patch. And something I forgot that I did that I want to talk about right the flip now is hang on. That we're putting the VODs up on their own channel. Hello.
Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Hang on, guys. I got it, guys.
I got it. A mess.
There we go. A DashBack is going to be going on its own channel. We'll still do it live here, but then the VODs are going to be up over there. And I put all the ones on, except you can only do 10 thumbnails in a 24-hour period before YouTube's like, we need to make sure you're a real person.
That's funny.
So a lot of them don't, but they're all there. And on at DashBack Pod on YouTube.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, we'll have a link for that. We might make a post about that as well.
Yeah.
That's super cool, man.
All right. Let's not waste any time because we got a lot to cover. Let's talk about this mid-month patch that happened a couple weeks ago.
It was a good one.
Shouts out all you guys who used our code, who used code Barcode to this. Like 3 people did like frame 1 before I even knew the patch dropped. So thanks, guys.
Appreciate that. You can continue to do so on whatever might
palettes,
be good. It's a good Ranger skin, by the way. The sound effects, it has the like Clarin like laser sound effects. I love it. I really think it's quite good.
Awesome. And then we had a bunch of general updates. They allowed a toggle for DI assist, which is on by default.
Yeah.
So you can get a little bit more precise if you don't want to have that perfect DI perpendicular max survival or combo DI, I suppose.
This is good for combo DI. It kind of both, but I anticipate combo DI being the main reason you'd want to turn it on. Again, this was already on and not be able to turn off. It would automatically give you the best possible perpendicular DI if you were within 23 degrees. I'm gonna keep it on. I don't know. Maybe I'm just. I
don't think I'm at the level where I need to be more precise with my DI.
They also. I don't know why it's not immediately after, but a couple down, the joystick magnitude affects the strength of DI. So how, like you can hold halfway into a direction, like you're walking or something, and it'll give you different DI as well. So I've yet to experiment with that, but that also seems pretty cool in my opinion.
Cool. They changed how air dodge rounding works to the main cardinal directions. Using shield to air dodge out of tumble now only work if you initially press shield during tumble or ledge slip. A lot of these are just kind of like quality of life changes. We've been seeing a couple of these in the last general patches.
Slight tweaks.
Slight tweaks here. Like extra angle degrees per repeated moves increase from 2 to 3. So maybe a little bit more effective on those repeated combos, those juggles.
I do love the forward strong converting into up or down strong in the first 2 frames. Doesn't require a hard press. You can circle to it or like be less hard with the press. That's very good for all of my tilt stick brothers who also don't have a strong button. Who want to do stuff like that out of dash, which is pretty much, as far as I know, only just me. But that's all right. Good. It's quite good.
That's all right. Big Rhino buffs. People have been asking for it. Ledge special hit stun multiplier from 1 to 0.75. That doesn't seem like much of a buff.
Yeah, who cares? The raster buff.
Rhino nerfed again.
Runner nerf
Raster
to 10.
buffed. This is what
This is
people have been
pretty
asking
big.
for.
This is what people have been asking for. He does need this IMO. He does need to be able to sweet
I think it
spot
was
the
pretty
ledge.
stupid.
It was, I mean, I know I have the sword, I know I have the disjoint, but it was so free, so easy, so silly. So this is a great change for Raster.
And Crag, they kind of are looking at more of a middle ground between where he was before and after this. The most recent big patch for him, they made a bunch of adjustments to his forward special cancel, making it a little bit less cumbersome for the Crag to use while still not being nearly as broken as it was before.
Yeah. It's still definitely like worse for him overall. If I don't know, if it was a spectrum, right, and then it was pre-patch and then like post-patch, last patch, this didn't really meet in the middle. I feel like it walked it back slightly to make it more comfortable for him, but it's still pretty. It's pretty bad for him. Regardless, people I've seen, I don't know if you've seen the tier lists. A lot of people still have him in pretty.
I saw loans today.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Okay. Hitting Crag will now make you immune to pillar fall for 1 second. This is great. You can go hit him now. Hitting him on his pillar was kind of scary. Like the textbook thing you had to do was drop down and grab in the window. But you now have the option to go for your hits, get your hits in. Allows for a wider range of punishes now that he can't just slide off the pillar by holding down and then kill you for it immediately. I mean, you can still slide off and break the pillar, but you won't go into pillar fall. You'll be actionable. So that's great.
And now spiking Crag into the ground was holding a rock. Well, now we can drop his rock and send him into knockdown, so you can get a full punish off of that. Good stuff for Crag. A little bit better than he was before in some ways, but that's, we'll see how it plays out. We still haven't gotten to see a ton of post nerf Crag.
Yeah.
No one's really playing this. I just want to. I want to say for the down. I want to go to the down strong change first because it's right in my face.
Okay.
And just say you were so right about this.
Yes. I mean, of course I was right about it.
I didn't think you were wrong. You were just so mad about it.
I'm right about a large variety of things in life, and as it pertains to a Claren, that seems to be my specialty. Now, don't quote me on that, but this is I'm happy that they said it. I'm happy that they just fucking said it. This move is intended to hit high and in the back. So like, it's different than Force Burn. It's different than a fucking Force Burn move. Was it too much? Yes, and they've tweaked it accordingly. And yes, I have felt this. I think I've only missed one. I didn't really go for the high confirms. I've definitely have missed one due to the size reduction, and I find people living because it should be right below, but they did scale back the knockback as well. It is less strong, which is good because it would kill you straight up super hard and shoot you in the head. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's still pretty strong, but now there are some instances where it is better to forward strong actually, out of certain confirms and stuff. Whereas before, like down strong was always the move you wanted to finish into. So that's cool. No one needs to talk about this move anymore. It's fixed. It's balanced now forever. Yay. Speaking of balanced, up tilt. So one thing we need to note immediately here is that it's only the sour spot. The tipper is completely unchanged. However, this was the sour spot used to knock down, like force knockdown at like 20%. Like you couldn't floor hug it. Like it's really crazy. And it's a little bit higher. It's around it's like mid 30s for the average character now, I believe, which is a difference for sure. But I wouldn't say it's gotten like worse. It's fine at comboing at there's some niche scenarios that got created with this nerf where you like sour up tilt fleet and then you can like get an up air or a Dacus, but overall good. You should be able to hold down into Claren at 25. Cool.
We got a couple of changes to these projectiles for Lox and Orcane as it pertains to a Lorena change coming a little later.
Mm-hmm.
They
Oh
changed a
yeah.
little bit on how the Cloud Excel worked for Absa, where they wanted like snipes to be a little bit less omnipresent at all times. It takes a little bit more finesse to get just right, and they kind of move things a little bit more to the middle again.
Yeah.
And then the just a not a bug fix, but they adjusting the change that they made to putting the cloud on cooldown, where if you do the charge version, the Thunder line, or the just
What, the
sending
time
out,
bomb or just
yeah.
yeah. Some niche abs changes. Galvin, this is a good change. Adding that
Mm-hmm.
grab hitbox. I've seen a couple characters evade his grubby mitts, so that's good quality of life. Rejoice, Galvin fans. He's top 2, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Maybe
Lorena had
more
some more
buffs.
changes as well. More buffs for Lorena. It's been a couple consecutive patches of buffs for Lorena.
And some just interesting ones, not some like just raw number stuff.
Yeah. Some really creative stuff that opens her up a lot more. I mean, this kind of is a numbers thing. Projectiles that deal less than 6% no longer knock the chair around. That's just like, man, Maple Seed.
Maple
Didn't they
Seed they
already change that?
removed, but it's gonna be stuff like
Yeah.
Zetterburn Fireball doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
The stuff with Orcane, or I think they made it so Orcane's Orcane's won't, and then Lox's will.
Does. Yeah. Cool.
So just to make it a little less easy to just get rid of for most characters to do just safely. Forward special now reverse momentum would be reversing instead of just turning around. Forward special now have a 20 frame cooldown after hitting an opponent with the non-spike version. So you can't just go back and forth spamming that. And up tilt's got a center hitbox.
Very
and
nice.
Some increased recovery to forward strong.
Very nice. Well, I needed this. I actually needed that so bad. That move was very scary to try to punish a lot of the times. For it was just like, in terms of risk reward, it was pretty skewed because you can't shield it. She leans back quite a bit before she does it, and then lurches forward quite a bit when she does it. Made it very, very scary at a lot of times to try to punish. So a couple more frames on that. It goes a long way. It's appreciated.
All right, good. W patch. So smaller than the last couple we've seen, but I think that's good. I think there should be some time to evaluate the state of the game.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Super Fusion. Or not.
What? Your thing didn't work?
The button didn't work.
You're dramatic.
Super Fusion.
Did they really spell it one word?
No. Of course not.
Do they?
Why would they do that?
How do you?
It was my button. It messed it up.
Your button.
Anyways, Super Fusion, none other than Billy Bats, Mr. Tri-State himself, managed to get the W. But that was maybe not the most interesting part of this tournament.
Yeah.
Of course, online only played in Degoose is Loose. Jupiter beat Cake Assault in Winterside, then lost to him later. In a somewhat surprising fashion. Because I want to talk about him. We're not going to run through the whole the top 8, I don't think. But when I think about the people who have beat Cake as of late, it's been here. I'll do this while I find the VOD. It's been basically it was Ion and VBats are the most recent people to have beaten him, and they play a pretty like in your face, very aggressive style, especially Ion.
Yeah,
and that is not at all what we saw in this set. We saw Jupiter really going like toe-to-toe in the neutral game. I was especially impressed with his defensive play against Cake Assault here. And it was really, really cool to see.
Was Billy a major winner before this? I have an
In
anecdote for anecdote's
I
sake.
don't think no.
What did he win? The Evo Qual
Yeah,
online.
on the second one.
I was gonna say, like, you can talk about play style,
Mm-hmm.
and this is like that I think that's a bigger difference between Ion and B-Bats and Jupiter is perhaps Ion and B-Bats have fought Cake Assault many times before.
Yeah.
And I would venture to say that they don't have winning records, even though they've been up the last 2 times. Like, this is the second time in a row Billy's beaten
That's definitely not. I'm
Cake.
not sure about Ion.
It might be close just because he doesn't really get out much, and he's
He's pretty West
beaten
Coastal.
Cake like twice. So yeah, but this is pretty exciting, pretty unprecedented for a Wi-Fi warrior, as they're called.
I'm checking. I'm pretty sure that this was just the second entry on their start.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
The Goose, seventh of the Goose is loose.
really bizarre.
Losing the Arcane Ditto.
Lost to Remrin and Sapphire. That's really bizarre.
Yeah.
Man, and what an entertaining player to watch. We haven't even talked about, I mean,
Yeah.
talked about the playstyle, but like in terms of movement and like hydroplane stuff specifically, Jupiter seems on top of it with the applications. Is so slippery. Just milks the fish for all of the slip that he's worth. So one
Well
of the more
said.
entertaining players to watch in that regard, and I hope we continue to see more of them. I mean,
I hope
when you
when
when you beat Cake Assault in your fucking second tournament, that's
I
pretty
lost
crazy.
a set to Revelo.
Fucking when?
I was just checking the super. I'm sorry to distract.
Yeah, no.
In one of the in battle in the arena.
Was it online?
Online event.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ion doesn't have internet, so
Yeah, that's true.
whatever. That's better next time, Jack. That's unlucky. But still, W wins. Yeah, Jupiter was super fun to watch here. It was a very intense couple, like, first set as well, going to game 5 after Jupiter takes game 1. And the set before this, which was not like directly before this, but Cake played Sapphire earlier in the bracket, and that was another one that was like really fun to watch, where Sapphire was up 2-1, and I super believed in him, honestly, because he had tweeted, he was like, yeah, I play Cake, I know what I need to do to win, I will win today. And then he went up 2-1, and I was like, damn, wait, he's actually moving right now. And so Cake did come back, win 2 games, win that set over Sapphire. And with that context, seeing Jupiter go up 1-0 is like so interesting, because you're like, well, Cake is Mr. Adaption, the operating system, the download machine. But at the same time, Jupiter's taking game 1 over Cake Assault. Like, it was really fun to watch. And then the game 5 was pretty tight at the end. It was cool. We'll have to see more from Jupiter. Did fall to Billy Bats, the eventual winner. Lost to first and second for what, 4th or 5th? What did Jupiter get?
Jupiter got 4th.
Okay, yeah.
And it is 4-3 in Cake's favor in the Cake Ion head-to-head.
Okay. Right. And it's now Jupiter and Cake Assault are 1-1.
That's right.
That's funny as fuck. That's really fucking funny. That's cool. That's so cool. Rivals is so cool. Oh man. I love when stuff like this happens. 25th seed Jupiter going in. A bunch of people were expecting some carnage, but not.
I heard
not quite.
Yeah,
like
people were talking about Jupiter. Fabs there's some people in chat, and I was entirely unaware.
Yeah,
probably because he didn't play in anything.
Probably because he played one tournament before this and didn't watch the Arcane Ditto. Sorry. But other than that, this, I want to say the top 32 was spectacular. I do also
Yeah.
want to say, like, we were supposed to be there and we couldn't go, which is unfortunate. But
Is what it
some of
is.
these sets were really crazy. Like I said, the Cake Sapphire set was wonderful to watch. Yoda Cage beating Sandstorm was really crazy. It that you might consider that upset of the tournament
I'm gonna be
if
honest,
not
I
for
didn't.
Jupiter.
I thought Sandstorm was Galvin the whole time when I saw that. I thought that he was doing Galvin only because he did that in the Zeke League the week before. But no.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was pretty crazy. And then the Yoda Cage Hampolo went game 5. Hampolo hot off a win on Switch. Galvin was making some stuff happen in these lower
Galvin was making stuff
brackets.
happen.
Both Galvins over both Clarence, Nard and Searing Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking of like Nard in the fucking Claren cord being like, does someone have the Switch scrolls? And then everyone being like, I've never fought a Galvin in my life. Sorry, bro. Yeah, like, you're fucked. And he was. But regardless, it was super fun. I like first Lorena major top 8. That's like real.
Yep.
It's like a real actual
And like
top
maybe
8.
the second Orcane. I'm not sure actually. I haven't run the numbers.
Well,
It's like the
Remoran and
third.
Marlin and Plup have all
Yeah.
gotten offline major top 8s.
I was
So
just trying to say because we haven't people don't be playing that guy anymore.
people do not be playing that guy. I mean,
Thank you,
Yoda
Jupiter.
Cage, even like this, the lineup of
Yep.
this top 8 was really sick going in. It's unlucky that Animal had to play Cake. I wanted Animal to go a little further, but Cake is ready with the fleet, which looked
Yeah, that's
great
what I was
in
gonna
so
say.
many
I
of the
was
sets.
excited to see Cake flexing onto that fleet quite a bit more. Did it for the entire run back against Jupiter, pulled it out immediately against Animal. I think we've seen him a lot of times, even when he's had like been very much willing to switch to the fleet in a lot of games. He was going into a number of these sets opening with the fleet, which I think
Yeah,
shows a lot of confidence. It shows that he's been practicing that character.
it's his favorite character. He's gone out saying that he wishes he could play all fleet, but there's some better matchups for Forceburn. They're two really good characters in the game right now. But Fleet, oh man, I think the world of
Yeah.
Fleet right now, and you know that. Can you go to the last game of the tournament, game 5 against Billy Bats? Because if you just go to the start of game 5, like Cake's float movement had me like giddy,
I
like
was
kicking my
impressed.
feet watching it. Like it looks like he hasn't missed a beat. He is still pristine with the movement. He does end up losing this game, but pretty much off the rip, the green fleet here, Mr. Kagasol, just look at some of this movement. Walling out, we get the shield, absorb that aggression, re-up the arrow, go back in there. We're hugging the platform. We're going out. We're getting off there in avant-garde ways. Coming back, float movement on the tech chases, baits, waits for the aggressive get up. It's textbook Cake Assault fleet stuff, and it's just the jump through. It's so sick. I love watching his fleet. I wish he had the chance or like opted into it in more explosive like matchups compared to like the have like Crag and Edelis, where it's just kind of your job as fleet is to conveyor belt them,
Yeah.
and try to kill them. But I understand you don't want to be going fleet into Zetterburn and Claren when you're the best force burn in the world. So it makes sense. But it's so cool. He's so good. He's so good. All this glaze, he didn't even fucking win. Like he didn't even win. Let's talk about B-Bats briefly.
Yeah.
Before we move on, Billy he's there. He's so good.
He really is.
He's got the download.
I think this set against Cake was really good, but also his set against BC in winners finals was very convincing. He opened up the first 2 games, and then basically on the Olympia crawled his way back, but B-Bats took it in the end. I feel like he was playing this tournament with like so much control, and honestly, he did it Genesis too. These last 2 runs from him have been particularly impressive. Obviously, we've all known about Billy Bats since the dawn of the game, but I think these last 2 in particular seems like he's got a strong read on how he wants to be playing and how to make that happen against various opponents on various characters. I've been very, very impressed, and I think he's only getting ramped up.
He's looking better and better. His punish is so good. That's how he's able to eventually take it over Cake in the Ditto. Was brutally out punished. That's kind of been the story of every time he plays the Fleet Ditto. And most sets that he plays, period, actually, where Billy's punish is just so good. He was finding so many slick down airs that I don't think he would have found like a few months ago, or like, I don't know. It was really good. WB Bats, third place for Beastly once again.
Mr. Third place.
Yeah.
True as ever. Cool. This time whipped up the Olympia against Cake. And I don't think either of these two have been particularly grinding as of late with the end of the R2CS season. Where's the set? But yeah, Olympia didn't quite pan out here. I'd be definitely interested to see when these two are in stronger forms against one another, how the new character would pan out. I know he's been practicing that a lot, had it ready for Genesis, but of course didn't have to play Cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course. Right. So that's Super Fusion. Oh, one last thing is Watherum had a bunch of just VODs of Super Fusion recorded on his phone. A bunch of the sets that didn't make it onto stream, and there was, as we saw in the top 32, there was a lot of really good ones.
Yeah.
So
Watherum's so goated. Watherum's so goated. Did this for LMBM as well.
Now Watherum maybe make Straight into the Abyss best of 5. Just saying. Just saying.
That's like just saying, but not saying that.
Saying.
Saying that after saying you're the GOAT and thank you. So yeah.
Let me. Okay, I need to turn on studio mode because I need to make sure I don't want to leak the top 20.
Why not? How do you want to do this?
I would think we just go. I have it set to reveal
all at once.
20 through 15, then 15, 11, 10, 6, and then 1 by 1 for the top 5.
Okay.
So, okay, we're good. Everything's good, and I've never used studio mode before, but I think I know how it works. There we go, baby.
Okay.
So we did community power rankings. All right, I'm gonna fucking intro this.
Yeah.
For the video. All right.
What's up, YouTube? Sorry.
What's up, YouTube? Me and Mender, we asked you guys who you thought were the best R2CS players of the whole season. R2CS stands for Rivals 2 Championship Series or something like that.
Oh, Lord.
No, but we did this for the first
That's our intro. That's actually our intro. Oh,
do you want? We could redo it. Do you want to do another one?
No, just fine, whatever.
So now you're just derailing.
I don't have it in me. Apologies. Thank you for voting.
So, for the first year of Rivals, we did this, and we got some good responses. And then it was really interesting to see how everybody thought about not just the list itself, but like it was cool to see the different opinions on the back end with our little stats on the Google Sheets. So we did it again for the first entire R2CS season. That's from Combo Breaker to Genesis, basically, with some online sprinkled in there. And so we gauged our community to see who they thought was going to be the best. So I think without much further ado, let's start about our first 5. We have got, going from 20 up to 16, Soul Rifle, Godly, Landon, Fullstream, Elkies.
Right.
Now, let's talk first about Mr. Shippy, Mr. Nice Guy, Soul Rifle.
And he doesn't even play. He doesn't even play this game.
I don't think he went to an in-person event.
Yeah.
But he played in all the onlines.
Yeah.
He did like pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And then even in some of the other tournaments he entered, I think he did like the Goose is Loose, maybe some other onlines here and there, some monthlies, definitely. He's done very well, but he didn't go to any online events, so it makes sense to have him here at number 20, despite his good results when he did play.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't. Something I know is these last 5 for the most part is a lot of like it's it gets there's a pretty good consensus on pretty much who the top like 12-ish are, like who they should be regardless of order. And after that it starts to get spread pretty thin, like people who have maybe only been to a handful of tournaments, or people who just like had like a really good result, or like a handful of like all right results.
This
So it was a
bottom
little bit
5
weird. Yeah.
was last time we just did 15. I was like, it's for the whole season. Let's do 20 this time. Let's get crazy.
Yeah.
And then I was filling out my list
And you're
as
like,
we've done this show the whole time. I've watched
Yeah.
all the tournaments and a lot of the not R2CS tournaments. I feel like I'm pretty in the know. This bottom 5 was so hard
Yeah.
to pick. It was just like you pick someone
It's
who
really
had
apples to
a couple of,
oranges.
it's
Trying
crazy.
to
But
compare
you're
some of
talking
these
about
players.
people who had just one really good result. That'd be Godly winning
Yes.
Frosty and getting 5th at that Plat Fight online.
Godly's good. Had an upswing towards the latter half of the season.
Yep.
Definitely one of the best Ranos to be doing it right now. I think I can wait, is he? I don't even remember what the list is. I did the whole list. I don't even remember if there's other Ranos on here or not. So my bad, unfortunate. But Godly,
this was NA only for the record.
This was NA only for the record. Yeah. Otherwise we'd have
It'd be too hard to compare.
But yeah, Godly up here with an offline major win under his belt. Wonderful.
Oh. Yeah. And then number 18, we had Landon. McLaren. They I think never really had a particularly explosive result, but has always been like just shy of the top 8s, the top 13s.
Yeah. Didn't have a second at, I don't know if it was like an R2CS points event, but wasn't it a Hitfall? Had like a second to Cake. I don't.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, definitely had a second. I don't
recall off top, but
and for what it's worth, the sets were close. Yeah, Landon is a name that like one of the best Claren reps out there. I think second best Claren in the world right now. 4th at an online, had some really good showings. Definitely is someone that like when you got to the latter half of this form, like filling out voting, Landon is a name you scroll through and be like, yeah, Landon's pretty good. I'll put Landon on my list. So,
and I think he went to enough that he was pretty high up in the points. So
yeah,
he was high up on the list, which is maybe a little bit biased. Maybe we should have done alphabetical or something when I put it together. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it's all good. It's all good. It's luck of the draw. Next up,
yeah,
Full Stream.
And it was an interesting one for me to rank because I think he went to Evo and Genesis. Genesis he got got 7th to Stango. Genesis, I think he got 9th. Maybe it was 13th.
The hell did Full Stream? He lost to Ron, and I don't remember who else.
But then he did really well in most of the onlines.
Yeah,
I think all the ones he entered.
Yes, he did phenomenally in every online he entered. That's true.
Yeah, like 3rd, 5th. Wasn't in this one. Wasn't that one. He's one of the best Edilises. I think I'd have Animal higher, but he's consistently really good, especially for someone who doesn't actually enter too much.
Yeah. One of those clean records
around this
sort
position.
Of guys.
If he entered more, I could easily see him higher on this list.
Absolutely. He should enter more. I wish he did, but yeah.
Pizza shop.
Historic entrant. Come to the pizza shop Full Stream, please. You'll win money or die trying.
And get free pizza.
And free pizza. Yeah. Full Stream. Great. Elkies. Number 16 on our list. Elkies.
Elkies, I feel so this is tough, man. I feel like this is kind of low for her. It's lower than I had her.
Okay.
But It's weird. She's had a couple top 8s, but a lot of time spent just outside of the top 8. And
Right.
as of late with the Lorena switch, it hasn't nearly been as pretty. I've always felt like Elki's God, she plays such a unique game
Mhm.
that I've long been enamored by, but it never has seemed to quite have the ability to cut through the very top level. So she's always been a little
It
bit
like
gate
except for
kept.
when it does though, bro. Like when she,
When he beat
sometimes
Cake,
she
when she beat
3
Cake
0s
at
cakes.
yeah,
It's just like what? We 3-0 cake off stream at Riptide? Okay. That's
mm-hmm.
just the Elkie special. That's just how she fucking
That's
does it.
just Maple Forsburn or
Yeah.
something.
Didn't you all almost beat her?
I almost beat her week 2 Lorena or something in the
Yeah. So
monthly.
I feel like people don't really rate the Lorena that hard just yet. I mean, we're only starting to see with a couple months of development and a couple months of
And
buffs
a couple
as
months of
well.
buffs.
Buffs, yeah. But Elkies has been the go-to Maple player pretty much for as
More or
long as the
less.
game's been out. She's been great. She's a treasure to have around, and I think deserves her spot at number 16 very well.
I think so.
Let's go to our next 5, shall we?
Let's go to our next 5. We have got, I'll count them down, 15 to 11. Mystery Soul, Marlin, Zoostagooz, ZB, and Spargo.
Oh.
All right. This is tricky. This is weird for a lot of reasons. But let's talk about maybe the most normal entry on this list, Mystery Soul.
Yes.
Not able to attend a whole lot of events, being in the PNW out there for the West Coast ones. And early on in the game, did very, very well when Fleet was, crazy. And then eventually he, didn't really get to enter very much for a while, and then came around, and then was Fleet, and then was Fleet Galvin, and the Galvin was not as potent as the Fleet was. And so he didn't quite get the results that he had at the beginning of the game's lifespan. I think he ended up with a 9th at Genesis. Is that right? Or 13th?
That sounds right. It was close. I think he had a similarly tragic
lost to Run Country and Sandstorm for 9.
Yeah.
That's Genesis, baby.
Had a similarly tragic outcome at Evo, right? Where he beat Stango early on.
Yep.
In like round 2 pools. And then lost out in that top 32. So Mystery Soul's been a player that we've always rated highly here on the Dashback and on Wrong Tree. One of the I actually tend to think that he was.
Oh yeah, he lost to Plup and Marlin at Evo.
Yeah, Plup and Marlin at Evo. Yeah, you had to play Marlin for 9th. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was pretty crazy.
The Re-Cupid special.
The Re-Cupid special. It's really crazy. Mystery Soul, one of those players you cannot doubt this man's skill level and willingness to put in the work, get it done. I've always thought he was one of the fleets that post big fleet nerf, post cull, was one of the fleets that like kept it together and put that work in to make it happen. So,
and I think the Galvin has still been like pretty good. He did well at it was either PRG or Port. But he did well in both of them. But I know one where he beat. It must have been PRG that he beat. Oh, where did he beat on? No, Port Priority. He beat Ion with the Galvin in the end. So definitely no slouch. And I think just the more time he gets to play, the more majors he gets to attend, the better the results will be. Yeah. This is right where I had him.
Cool. Yeah. This is. I should pull up mine to just give reference. Mine was kind of Claren biased though. I put as many Clarens on as it was reasonable to have towards the end.
Right. Yeah.
Number 14
is none Marlin.
Other than Marlin, who's been kind of spotty in attendance, but every time he does pull up, shows up bigly. I think Marlin boasts the best losers run in that we've had, for sure, at Evo.
Unless I'm forgetting something.
I feel like I would know. You know what I mean? I feel like I would fucking remember. Like you could say Cake at Riptide, but like
he didn't win.
Yeah, I mean Marlin didn't.
I mean, Ireland didn't win either, but
like
Evo
losing in pools lost in pools to Re-Cupid, and then
and then made it all the way to
tore through lowers.
third or fourth.
I think fourth.
My was tricky one for me to rank because he played in some onlines and did quite well, especially earlier on. But then towards the end of the year, he was a little bit lower in his results. I think he went to CEO and Evo, where there's only 2 in-person events. With a fourth at both, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely really good, but didn't play that much. And so it made it a little tricky to rank. Now was originally Arcane, now mostly just the Raster. We'll have to see if he's attending more this next season, what that's going to look like. So tricky to rank, still pretty good.
14 is right where I had him. So
yeah,
for what it's worth, a lot of people had him around that range. Cool. 13, fan favorite. Everyone loves him. It's Zeus the Goose.
Zeus the Goose.
Oh man, much has been said about Zeus the Goose. We love Zeus the Goose.
I love the Zeus the Goose. How can you not?
How can you not?
I'm rooting for him every time he's on that stage. He didn't go to a ton. He went to Riptide. He went to Evo with a solid 9th place for his first in-person major, like second. Like decently sized event from what I could in Rivals anyways. And then got
placed well at Genesis, right?
5th at Riptide.
5th at Riptide.
At Genesis, I believe.
Yeah. It's a good result.
So always done well when he shows up. And then the onlines, he's also, everyone he's played in, done quite well. I mean, we all know Zeus the Goose, man.
He's so good. He's look at him. Everyone's favorite friend or
favorite player's favorite
player. Your favorite player's favorite player. He's so sick. He's so efficient in his advantage state, and he really understands what he's looking for when he's one of the most talented players on pretty much every character. Has one of the nastiest randoms you'll ever see.
Truly. Him and Human Lime going band for band.
Him and Human Lime. But yeah, Zeus 13 makes sense. Had some really great performances, really great wins offline and online.
I think this is a little bit higher than I would have him. I don't actually, it might not be. I think I probably had him pretty similar. Yeah, okay, I had him at 14. But
yeah. A lot of people had him in this range. I had him at
I think it's a little 12. Bit of recency bias, but that's just kind of when he was attending tournaments, was towards the latter half of the season. But that's also because everyone got better over the course of the season. I'm just thinking about who we got at 11 in that sort of context. But we got another crag to go through first.
We'll get there.
None other than Zachary Benson.
ZB at number 12. I think 12 is very, very fitting for a player like ZB.
Yeah, it's interesting because we're getting to the point now where it's like people who almost exclusively make top 8s, which is weird. I mean, we're at 12, but that's just, people don't go to everything. But pretty much every time ZB does, he's getting top 8, gotten up there a couple times, less so. He's made it really far on some onlines. In person, I don't think he's been able to cut through like he could very early on in the game.
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
But that doesn't mean he's. It doesn't even mean he's fell off though. He looks better than ever every time I watch him recently. So, a player with still a lot to prove. One of the people I'm going to be looking at the most in a post Crag recovery nerf world.
I wonder if he's going to play Slade.
Ooh,
I feel like he should, but maybe that's just because he played Malo. But like, there's a unuploaded short I did for Wisely, about from back at LACS about ZB's like philosophy for like playing the game and characters, and he's like, I want to make my opponent confused. If they don't know what's going on, that means I've won. And he talked about like how he also just wants to play like silly characters like Crag and Malo. At the time when he played a little bit of Claren, he's like, Claren's just not silly enough for me.
Yeah.
So I think we could see the ZB Slade coming out.
I think that would be a great fit, and I could easily see him being the one to bring Slade to the highest of highs. So very much looking forward to that. Yeah,
Definitely.
he's a
And
great
yes,
player.
a solid 12 makes a lot of sense.
Now,
Whew.
Spargo, young Spargus. You were throwing some shade, were you not? At Spargo?
No. I wasn't
No
throwing
shade.
shade.
You're just
I was
wondering.
was so okay. Spargo hasn't entered a Rivals major since Supernova, where he got
Yes.
second, beat Cake Assault,
Yes.
and he did extremely well at everything he entered. But then he hasn't played in a couple months, and it's been as the competition's at its peak, the gameplay is at its highest level. I think if Spargo entered Rivals at LMBM, if he stopped by Genesis, could see him significantly higher on this list. Like
Yeah.
maybe top 5.
I think Spargo could. I mean, you don't know Spargo like I know Spargo.
Of course.
I can say without reservation that Spargo could be the best player in the world at Rivals, like quite easily, as a matter of fact. And it just like his improvement. I remember tournament to tournament because he got like that 5th at Evo, right? Got a 5th at Evo, like losing to
Lost to pull up and somebody.
Probably somebody, maybe Stango, maybe
I'll pull him
some. He had an Olympia problem back then, and I was like shocked at how much it improved
He almost
from
lost to
one
Zeke.
tournament to the other. Almost lost to Zeke at Supernova, went game 5 in that pool. It's a tight one. So I'm very impressed by Spargo's placements at the tournaments he did.
Oh yeah.
Go to. He's quite a good.
He's really
player.
good, and it's kind of the opposite of Zeus, because Zeus started being able to enter tournaments. Really, I mean, he went to 2, but like after, and did not as well as Spargo did. And it's kind of interesting how closely they are placed. But like again, it's just like if Spargo could go, if he went to more, he'd be so much higher.
Yeah.
And I think it's maybe a little bit of recency bias biting him a little bit here, but hard to say.
It's hard to say because our top 10 is like really makes like you should be able to name every player in the top 10. It's like the top 10 is it's pretty tight. It's people who show up pretty well, with the exception of one. People who show up pretty consistently and do very, very well. And so Spargo, this is a respectful 11th. People giving him the respect he deserves for how well he's done over the course of the season.
Let's crack into that top 10, shall we?
Yes. We're going to go 10 through 5. Yeah.
10 through 6. We got Plup, Sandstorm, Sofilo, and Run Gunshoe. Okay. Let's address the Plup in the room right up the bat.
Let's talk about Plup.
He went to one event, and he won it, only losing a single game in grand finals.
Yeah.
But that's it. And he played in Twitch Rivals, and he won that. So do with that information what you will. I didn't have Plup on my list. A lot of people didn't have Plup on their list. And if they did, they had
it was like number 1 or 2. Yeah, it was 1 or 2. There were actually some people who tried to do the balance of like, okay, he didn't go to that much, so I'll put him in 12th. As like, it did existed. Some people had him, a couple people had him as honorable mention because they didn't want to put him in due to attendance requirements. But he's just someone that when you're discussing the best of the best, you cannot leave him out. You cannot leave him out of the discussion. Yeah. So
actually, no, I had him in my honorable mention, so I guess I didn't. But
yeah. Regardless, the way it all mathed out, we got him in our top 10.
I didn't have him on my list. He only played one event. A lot of that event was BO3. And I think there's a world with different bracket paths, if he entered more, that we see him actually bleed, actually lose a damn set. But
maybe.
But it doesn't want to play in tournaments that much. And that's okay.
Cool.
It makes me sad, but that's
man.
okay.
Makes us a little bit sad.
I like watching Plup a lot. I rewatch Plup Cake at Evo before most brackets to try and visualize how to play a good Maple.
Yeah.
But that's it.
He's a weird pick. He's always going to be weird to try to place,
Hmm.
but due to the nature, like he met the qualifications to be, he was like eligible, and so some people are going to have him number one, some people are
Yeah,
not going to put him on the list,
that's
and
what we're trying to gauge here. And so it was definitely
yeah,
interesting to see how many people decided, you know what, one event, it was down enough, it was good enough, I'm putting him on.
yeah, or people who just like, and this is a power ranking. If you just believe he's the most powerful player, then it makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense, which you would be justified in thinking so, perhaps,
yeah,
from a couple angles. So that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
think that's okay.
Let's talk about Sandstorm.
Let's talk about
Sandy,
Sandstorm.
perhaps the most improved player on this list. IMO. Uh,
Across the season.
yes.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because I don't think Sandstorm has ever gotten lower than ninth at an R2CS event.
Doesn't sound very
It
correct.
was like not that ninth at Gamo, I think, and then everything else he's made top 8 that he's entered.
Yeah.
Um, but Sandstorm, it keeps getting better. Hasn't yet got a major win. Got like second at Port, I think it was.
Has had some close runs. Sometimes where I genuinely believed he could do it. He falls victim to the people above him being better,
Yeah,
unfortunately, which is the nature of competition. He's
that's
one of my
tough.
favorite players to watch. Incredibly consistent, very unique, has that personality, that quirk of being the keyboard warrior. Recently has been indulging more in the Galvin, which I think his Galvin is the best Galvin in the world. I'm not even kidding. Like, from what I've watched, I
I
think
believe
it's
it.
pretty clear that he has a pulse on the advantage state that the others just don't really. And so for that reason, I know, um, he's lost outgoing Calvin in some of the lower ones, some of the more recent ones, but I hope to continue to see us. I hope to continue to see him work in that direction. He's an incredible player. He could be up there in top 5. It's a matter of time before he wins a major, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. It's definitely been tough when we see him run into the brick walls that is like Cake Assault. I don't
Yeah.
think he's been able to beat him yet, but maybe the Galvin's the answer, man. Galvin's pretty good right now. I don't know.
Oh, Galvin's pretty fucking good right now. We'll see,
All
man.
right,
We'll see. So
let's
Philo,
talk Sophilo at
number
8.
8. This is, I think, some people would say kind of low. Some people would
Mm-hmm.
say that this is just right.
I
Uh, yeah.
originally thought I had her higher, but I was thinking about it literally yesterday, and I think I'd probably, upon further reflection, have her around here.
I think it
It's
makes sense.
I think it makes a lot of sense because she does have that major win at CEO. But that was quite a while ago now, and she's mostly been. She had second at PRGE to Cake Assault,
Yeah.
had third at Collision, but otherwise has been mostly between like seventh
7th
and
and
ninth.
9th. Yeah.
I think fifth at Riptide, or maybe no,
Yeah.
he wait. She ninth at I don't remember.
It definitely goes to
7th for
show
time.
how people are weighing in the context of like the two people above her haven't won
Yeah,
majors and she has. However, the two people above her have a lot better consistent placings higher up in like those top 4s.
yeah,
Um, and it's interesting to see people weigh that, and I think Sophie had a dip for sure in terms of results, that makes people inclined to reward the consistency of the players above, which are, it's only 7 fucking players, but
yeah.
like, yeah.
It's kind of weird to even call it a dip, but like when she was, she won and then was just like second, third, um, getting fifth and below is a bit of a dip. Um,
Yeah.
I put her at 5 on my list, I
Mhm.
think. Um, and she's a tough one. I mean, a lot of these, it's very tricky to rank because it's so many players with different strengths in how they've performed and what events they've gone to and who they have lost to. So Sophie at
Yeah.
8, it like my gut instinct is a little low, but the more I think about it, the more, yeah, maybe it makes sense.
It's hard competition, man. Especially
Tough.
when you're talking about Ant, Mr. Consistent himself.
So consistent.
This guy has yet to have his major win. One of those players where it's
Yeah.
only a matter of time, but whenever he shows up massively, has some incredible wins.
5th is the lowest he's ever gotten, and that was only one time he's placed outside of top 4 at a major he's entered.
He's like 1/4 or 1/5.
Unbelievably good on the ABSA. The crowd at Genesis, there wasn't a lot of energy there, but most of it was directed towards Ant.
Yeah.
ABSA rep fighting the -3 and 4 matchups.
Yeah.
Just doing his damnedest. And he's so good.
He's so good.
He's the best ABSA by a country mile and has gone toe to toe with the best of them. Who hasn't he beat? I mean, like, he probably hasn't.
I feel like,
but he beat
I wouldn't be able to tell you
at Genesis off stream because
unrecorded. Sure. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, has cake wins. Has beat Ion right at Genesis.
Beat Ion. Yep, that was a crazy game, denying the reverse sweep off of one single mistake from Ion.
He is the Billy's kryptonite. Just the is a massive hurdle for like the top 5 to overcome, and is constantly able to gatekeep people and check people and keeping them giving those results. It's really only like, I mean, Beastly's does really well into him.
Yeah, and even then went game 5 at Genesis.
Yeah.
Same with Ron Gunshu with the Clarion matchups, a tricky one, but went game 5 at Genesis. And it's like, if he has the right, if he just has the right bracket path, he could win a major easily.
Yeah.
I think more so than anybody else. Like, it truly does matter. ABSA's got some tough ones, but I mean, even then he's going and he's proving that this it's winnable. And ABSA's got a couple nerves, but I don't really think it's gonna change how well Ant performs very much at all.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Matter of time for this guy. Speaking of matter of time, the clock has almost struck midnight many a time on Brad Rungunshu. This guy, Rungunshu. Man, I'm a little bit surprised to see him at 6. I felt like, I mean, I don't know. He just doesn't have that win yet. It's a matter of time. He's come within.
You had him at 3.
I have him at 3.
Yeah, I have it. I have it pulled up. I had him at 8.
Yeah, I think.
Holy recency and Clarion bias together.
I mean, like,
but it's like not
kind of
even that recency bias.
He's
a
powerful player.
Top 2 of the last events. Fucking, oh my god, dude. LMBM breaks my heart to think about.
Yeah,
he was so close.
He was so goddamn close. He could have done it.
Game away.
But
and then like Genesis, he was pretty close, but Beastly had it down.
Rungunshu's so good. It's a matter of time. The narrative with Rungunshu at the dawn of the game was, look at this cracked ass PM sortie who's doing shit with Clarion that you couldn't even dream of doing. And then he was choking all over himself.
He was choking,
throwing matches. The mental wasn't there. And time again, he has stood up. He has risen to the occasion. He has proven himself in these past few months to be just a complete, that next level, the player that we all know that he could have been from the beginning.
It was in the post match interview at LMBM. Keiko's talking about just how happy he was to see Rungunshu playing like he does in friendlies.
Yeah.
And I mean, I agree. It's been so good. He's been able to really break through whatever mental barriers he had. Hopefully for good, hopefully at least for most of the time, because it's just such a pleasure to watch. And I hope he gets the win.
Yeah, he's fucking correct. And he could do it on locks too.
He could do it on raster too.
He could do it on raster too.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think
Let's talk
it's
about number 5.
Time we get into the top 5. And the first entry is B-Bats.
Oh, Billy Bats, fresh off a
Mhm.
major win. Of course, Superfusion wasn't part of the season, but regardless, wrapping up the season at Genesis with
Getting
a
the win
win
over
over
Cake
Cake
Assault.
Assault. Yes, very
His
nice.
second of the season. Or no, yeah.
Yeah.
Combo Breaker, he
Second of the
got the
season.
win, but unfortunately didn't close it out in grands.
Second at Combo Breaker, so had very good start and end to the season.
Yeah, I mean, you're hard pressed to find a bad B-Bats results.
Yeah, he
he's
doesn't. Yeah,
he doesn't do poorly. He's usually always been like punching at the very highest level, and I had something else to say, but I forgot.
he doesn't get upset. He's a player that can talk the talk and walk the walk,
And he loves to talk it.
and he loves talking that talk.
He loves. I love watching his player cam, man. It's one of the best things. Anytime there's not an event with a player cam, the event doesn't have a player cam, I'm like, come on, man, what are we doing?
Yeah. We would be here saying it's a matter of time for Billy Bats to take his offline major, but he literally just did last weekend. If this episode was on time last week, like we said, then we would be talking about him as one of the favorites to win Superfusion, which of course he did in heroic fashion. So Billy Bats, a well-earned top 5, put Fleet on his back for much of the season.
All right.
And he looks great while doing it. Yeah.
And he seems to be, we mentioned earlier, but in prime form right now.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see him push it even further. Maybe get official R2CS win is next. In I guess he did get that, but an offline R2CS win.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about number 4. Let's talk about Beastly, Mr. Third Place with a 4th place.
Yeah, that would have been funny, right? If we gave him 3rd. Yeah.
So Beastly was Mr. Third Place. He did he play this? I can't remember exactly the timeline, but he was really good. Got like second at Battle BC, had a Cake Assault win early, but then I think around this time of the start of the actual season, he didn't play as much. Zetter got nerfed and he was like, forget it, even though he picked up Olympia too.
Yeah.
But then he came back, joined us again at Riptide, and he's Mr. Third Place.
Immediately.
Third place,
and
third place, going game 5s with Cake Assault, just matching up with the best of them, and then one Genesis.
Yeah.
Much to Mender Bug's chagrin. Genesis.
He's very much like an Ant type, where we're talking about how fucking insanely consistent and dangerous this guy is in bracket, that all he needs is that one tournament for the stars to align, for that bracket to come to fruition, and he will take full advantage. And that's exactly what we saw at Genesis. He was able to seize the opportunity, become our Genesis champion. He looks mighty fine on the dual main. He's one of the more cerebral players, I think, that we get to watch in terms of, especially like on the Zetterburn, likes to play more reserved. He pretty much knows completely when he has the green light to aggress, and then he does, and he kills you so fast. He's really good. He refined the Olympia flow chart against Claren that he was trying to get a wrangle on, and it looked very unbeatable at Genesis.
Oh god, yeah.
So
I mean that Ant set was was quite close and pretty sick, but when it came to the Run Gun shoe, that finals was just, it was no contest.
Yeah. It was destined. Beastly was destined for a victory. One of the players that we can say so, and it's been very consistent throughout the season, and so it makes sense having him as our number 4.
All right, and then number 3, none other than David Ion.
David Ion. This guy's weird. He's fucking weird.
Because he either wins or gets 9th.
Yes.
And that's it. He's not in the top 8 if he's not winning it, which is weird to think about. But man, I mean, the back-to-back ish. No, it was not even close to back-to-back. What am I talking about? He got 9th at Port, but one Riptide over Cake, one heat wave over Cake, and everyone was like, "We got to nerf Crag."
Yeah.
And then Genesis 9th to Ant and Sophie, two sort of demons of his. It would seem, it's Sophie especially. But third place, I mean, 2 major wins. Him, and then the ones above him are the only ones to have multiple major wins, and I think that factored a lot into the power rankings here.
It did. I was thinking, I reckon, like, what if all his ninths were like fourths? You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
What if like his bad days were like Cake bad days, you know, or it's like fourths and thirds? Then it would be a different conversation. He'll unfortunately have to settle for the bronze medal here, having only 2 major wins. But yeah, Ion is, man. Can you imagine if this guy had internet? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. He's weird. I'm happy, and it seems that most people favor the strength of his best results.
I'm not sure if that's I want to say correct, even though there's no correct way to powering. That's the whole point of this, is what people think, because like, yeah, I mean, he's more consistently not making the top 8s. Look at Evo, Genesis, Port, didn't manage to make it there. I think it was 13th at Evo too. Not even 9th, but those wins were, I mean, so good. Heatwave especially was pretty damn dominant.
Yeah.
That it makes sense to have him up here at number 3. I had Beastly above him personally, especially with that major win at Genesis.
And the consistency, a majority, he's a fun player to watch. I think he's just very likable in general. A majority of people had him within the 2 to 4 range. So with some, he got some bonus points for people who were like, yeah, 9th is kind of bad. Let me put him at number 10. Let me see. Can I call out anyone in specific here that's worth calling out? No, no. But yeah, he's one of those players, man. He's a force to be reckoned with. He's someone you never want to have to run into.
No, I'm curious to see what happens with post Crag nerfs. Maybe is he going to play more Olympia? I mean, Olympia also got nerfed, of course. But still quite good. Maybe he'll play Slade too. Who knows?
Who knows?
Or maybe he'll just be playing Workshop Knuckles for the rest of the time. all possible outcomes. And I think one more thing is just consistently being able to have Cake Assault's number is pretty huge.
Yeah.
We mentioned earlier that technically he doesn't have a winning record, but that's just because of like Smash Camp.
Sure. Yeah, the last couple times like they've been playing
for forward sets or something like that. Or no, I think that's right. I think. Regardless.
Let's move on.
Right. That's number 2. I think everybody knows who this is going to be.
I think everyone understands. Nick Stango. Loxodon extraordinaire.
It's man. I wonder if he'd be number 1 if he didn't do the lock stint. Because like, what if he won Riptide?
What if he won Riptide and then won PGRE over like Cake and Sophie, and then he won Fusion Plus?
And what if he didn't? I don't know. What if he didn't get Sega Genesis?
I don't know. And he's a man of what ifs, and a man where even in one of his worst timelines is at number 2. So
yeah,
it's much has been said about Nick Stango.
A lot has been said.
A lot of
apologies have been made for things said on this very show about Nick Stango. A lot of money's been donated to Elephant Sanctuaries.
Yeah, hundreds of dollars lost, but
obviously had some, when he was on that Olympia, had some extraordinarily
dominant.
I don't even know. It's not even that extraordinary. He just had some phenomenal runs.
Yeah,
beat Cake at Evo for that first time he ever beat him for 2nd place, and the only one to take a game off Puppet at the tournament. Then winning Supernova and Collision back to back, and then hanging up the rat. And when like I gotta show people about Loxodon, and then showing people what the deal was.
He showed people. He showed everyone.
And then he went Crag at LMBM, and everyone was like, "Yeah, we know." And he didn't even. We were.
Crag's a weird one for him.
we saw Stango at the. This is an aside, but I'm thinking about Crag at LMBM because we saw Stango at the airport, going to Genesis,
Yeah.
and he was quite loudly talking about, yeah, when I'm playing Crag, in friendlies, I like play like such a terrorist, but like when I can't quite reign my terror. I can't be a terrorist on stage. And I'm like, guys, we're at the gate.
We're
right
in a
now.
fucking airport. We're at the gate. We're waiting to board. Talking. It was pretty crazy. Yeah.
And I hate to admit it, but I really do love watching Stango, except with Crag. But everything else, I love the way he's like wants to abuse the game and prove it. And I love how he leans into to being the villain,
Yeah.
playing the heel. He does it quite well. And just in terms of gameplay, he's one of the best.
He's one of the best. He's a man of what ifs. I loved watching the walks.
And then like
so
early
much.
on in the season when he was like Zetter Crags and Zetter Crag Ollie, he was still like doing always in the top 8s, always.
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 Yeah.
He had
I forgot
the
about
high peaks, the 2 majors with the Ollie, and then he was like, "It's Lux time."
And he went to Lux, and I wish he was on Force Burn right now. I'm not gonna lie. I am dying to see what like a polished tournament ready Stango Force Burn would look like. But who knows what's up next? Got sick at Genesis, had an unfortunate end to the season, but people seem to be willing to not really hold much stock with that. Especially when we know that like on his worst days he's getting 5th and 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say that, but on his worst days he's getting like 17. So but unlucky. We meant gameplay wise. We meant gameplay, not like
all right
getting disease. But
well, who do you think number 1's gonna be? Come on, you gotta have something more funny.
Dude,
deep cut.
Fuck. I didn't think I was gonna have someone. Liam? Is that funny enough?
Up special?
Yeah.
No, it's Cake Assault. It's Cake Assault. Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's the only guy to win more than 2 majors, and he's won most of them.
Yeah,
so consistent. Only placed outside of, I think, Genesis was the first time he's outside of top 3. The first time he hasn't medaled was Genesis, and we didn't even get to see it. But I mean, what can we say about Cake that hasn't been said?
He's a fucking robot, dude. He's is a mechanical machine. I've never seen him have an off day. I've never like watched him play and be like, man, Cake, he's just not looking that good today. That's never happened. He shows up like we need to get on top of his regimen. We need to know what he's doing on these days, because
playing
every time
old school RuneScape.
He looks ready for every single input that occurs on the screen, and he knows the counter to it. He knows how to deal with it. He has one of the more powerful dual mains right now, which of Force Burn Fleet. He's
I think that's especially scary, because I would say the only real weakness he showed, well, he showed 2 weaknesses: Plup and Crag.
Yeah.
And with a more polished fleet, maybe that second one wouldn't really be as big of a deal. And he's been working on the fleet, and it looks really quite good now. And I think it's tough when I mean, he pulled out the fleet against Zeus at Genesis, beat him pretty handedly, but like Ion's a whole different beast in that matchup. Yeah. So Cake, I mean, well deserved number 1.
Well deserved. Couldn't imagine it any other way.
No,
honestly. I mean, it's just like he's so fucking good. He's so clutch. He's absolutely so clutch. He knows how to download his opponents. He knows how to handle those high pressure situations. And yeah, it's good to see him tested more than he was perhaps in like Rivals 1.
Oh, definitely.
He's definitely been tested. He's lost. That's a good starting point. He's lost. But like, man, he's number 1. He's the best. He's the best at so many parts of the game, and he's the only Force Burn really doing it like this as well. Like, he's the best by a long shot. So yeah,
Yeah.
That's our top 20. Should we pose for a
Top 20.
screenshot? Do I have to take the screenshot or
No,
what?
we'll get it later.
We'll get it later. Okay,
I'll
cool.
get it when I do the one.
All right.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the community top 20. Thank you everyone who participated.
Yes.
I imagine we'll do this again. Definitely for the next R2CS season. Maybe we'll find an excuse to do it another time.
Like
They'll be fun.
halfway, like
They're really fun. Like a
post
halfway, yeah.
Evo or something.
Or maybe like we'll do like some predictions for a big like Evo or something. Whatever big tournament. Yeah, I want to very quickly look at our 2 lists.
Sure.
Let me pull it up in the right browser. Just for interest, we mentioned it a couple times.
I might get exposed here. I'm not gonna lie.
You did have the wrong gun shoe, number 3, which is fine.
Yeah,
but maybe a little high. I was
move them to other cells. Move them to other cells. We can't see.
Oh, truth bike. Oh,
dude, now
split the difference right in the middle there.
Split the diff.
There we go.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I was surprised you had Ion above Stango. I was surprised you had Beastly down at 7. That blew my mind.
Yeah. I think that I mean, I've said a lot about Beastly. I don't want to be more harmful or
hashtag
crazy.
Team Gary.
But I think like I do think he's like an Ant player where it's like you give him the right bracket. I just think Ant's like less lucky. I think Ant's better.
I think Ant plays a character with worse matchups.
I think Ant is so fucking good. I had him at 5.
Yeah. I mean, I had him high up there as well.
I really rate that consistency. I think power wise, like he's so good. So yeah, maybe Beastly should have been higher, but you know, we got
fairly reasonable.
We both had ZV10, which is based as fuck. Yeah. Sandstorm 9.
I didn't have Boyko on mine.
Yeah,
you'll above Spargo.
You'll notice that I had Landon and Boyko above Spargo. Dude, that I was maybe a little bit insane for Landon. I rate Landon quite highly, and I wish them the best, and they're very important to the Claren player base. I just think in terms of power, Landon's so powerful. Landon is so powerful. But yeah, it's a little bit crazy. Things kind of get into the Wild West. One thing so a couple notes about like the thing as a whole. First of all, for everyone who's worried because they think our system is bad, first of all, it's a funny system. And also we did more intense outlier removal. I say we, but I did it. I did it all.
You did.
So it's better. The results would have been not vastly different, but Zeus to Goose would have been a lot higher if I didn't do the outload.
Yeah, a lot of people at Zeus number 1.
Not a lot, but like
3. Enough
people to be like, come on. So yeah, we did
pull up what you sent me. I think I can throw right here of the point totals.
Yeah. So maybe I'm crazy for this. Maybe in the spirit of statistics, this is like wrong, but I did put Godly above Soul Rifle because Godly won a major. Even though they have the same point total, but forgive me for that. Forgive me for 19 and 20 not being so weird. So Cheesy was right outside there. I think Animal should have been on a lot more people's lists.
I think so too. I think Animal was pretty slept on, which is like, I guess, fair. I don't think he had a couple onlines that he did well in, but didn't have a breakout in-person performance at an R2CS event. He did at Fusion Plus, but
yeah,
I had him as my honorable mention. He didn't quite make the cut for me because I valued like Cheesy had the just like very consistent like 9th performances.
That's true. I just expected Animal to be more of that, like, oh fuck, 18 through 20. Like I actually don't know who to put here. I thought a lot of people would put Animal there because he's so good. He's so strong.
I think Keeb, he had 3 top 8 performances, I believe, at Genesis, PRG, and Port Priority. But not the most explosive. I think not a lot of people really took note of him. Oh, sorry, he didn't top 8 Genesis, but he did very well.
He did quite well. Yeah. He got mentioned. He's not the first. I wanted more people to put Dakpo. I think Dakpo had a really hot, consistent like
top 8,
seventh and ninth streak during like the hardest period during the summer, where like there was just like back to back majors, and he was doing really well at all of them. So I was surprised that Dakpo wasn't in a lot of people's like final few.
And the other thing I think is interesting with this is how close Ion and Beastly were, within 2 points of each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is pretty sick. Everyone else, like, pretty good distance. There's quite the drop off between Spargo at 11 and then ZB at 12, which is interesting. Seems like there's a cutoff. And then again, with LG 16 full stream, because it really became, after this spot, it really became the Wild West.
Yeah.
You could kind of make an argument for a lot of players to be up here. So maybe next time we just do 15.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think that wraps it up.
I think that does wrap it up.
Great. Cool. So we just got some gatherings, got a medal to come. Let me pull one more thing up before we get into it. But thank you to everyone who participated.
Thank you.
And next time we do this again, stay tuned on our respective Twitters and the community tab here. Maybe even press the subscribe button, or just listen to the show, because we'll be talking about it probably at the beginning of whichever one it's closest to.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the gatherings.
Let's wrap
segment where I just basically share with you everything I've seen on Twitter in Rivals for the past couple weeks. They did the power rankings for the EU R2CS. Thank God we got this in before they did the NA ones. I mean, it wouldn't have been that big a deal, but I'm happy we were able to do it beforehand. So we'll see whenever those drop. It'll be interesting to compare and contrast. We might do it here on the show. But unsurprisingly, we had Nalax, just runner-up to Dia at number 1 in EU. Good stuff to everybody on the list. E-Rivals has been interesting to see develop over the past couple months. I guess a year or so. They're getting better, and I hope to see them be able to make out to some more NA events. We see Gethics and stuff. And Dia made it to a couple, but the more would be really, really cool. Here we see some stats of top 16 placements per character, and it's like not terribly surprising. I think Maple was a little bit higher than I thought.
Yeah.
But everything else kind of makes sense. We got these 3 real popular ones that are also.
I mean, his roster's pretty high.
Yeah, I think it also counts the online. Oh yeah.
It's segmented,
online.
So
but it's not that actually that crazy. Yeah, you're right. Applewiz, Dakpo, Marlin, but top 16's a decent difference in top 8. We got a no-thigh clip on the Lorena. Oh yeah, this was sick. We got Sharp Major 7. Got Hornet moving around. No moves quite yet, but only a matter of time. Hornet should be in the game. We got Shannon, wife of Stango, whose daughter going to what Stango described as Summit, or sorry, not Summit. It's called Summit. Evo for cheerleading, which you can help support. We also have Adam, whose mother is dealing with some cancer, asking for some other help if you can. I'll post a link to this in chat.
Yeah.
So please, if you can, if you've got the means, help support. And that does it for the gatherings, which brings us, as it always does, to Mender's monthly-ish medal.
You've put me in a real hole here, because I wanted to give the medal to Adam and bump the Venmo and bump the fundraising during then, and I thought that's what I wanted to do, but I guess if I had to choose someone else to get the medal,
Excuse me.
Dude, fuck, I don't know. Nothing's really happened.
Yeah, you can give it to B-Bats.
B-Bats!
B-Bats!
Billy Bats, one of my favorite
The one thing that
players.
happened.
One of my favorite players finally gets his offline major win. It was only a matter of time. We talked about it to death. He's an incredible player. We've been waiting for something like this to happen, and he rose to the occasion. He took the medal. He took the victory, and congratulations.
The medal is yours. Okay.
Cool.
Great. Congrats to B-Bats. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And the VODs are going to be up on the DashBack YouTube channel. So check that out. And we'll see you next Wednesday.
Will people still be able to see the episodes on this channel by going to live?
Or I'm not sure yet. Okay. I might turn it on unlisted or to get all the traffic there, or I might just keep it.
Okay,
I think I'll probably do both. I'll probably keep it. You'll find it here.
Talk about that.
Maybe next time.
But go check out we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
All
Use
right.
code markup. We'll see you next fucking week. We'll see you next fucking week. It's gonna be the biggest patch of all time. It's actually gonna be so fun. I can't believe we didn't even talk about it.
Oh yeah, we got the fun for all.
It's the fucking awesome patch.
The new stages coming out for the casual one, and we're getting rid of Air Armada. Let's go.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it next week. And